This is a tale that I experienced, a tale that has left me extremely depressed and paranoid for the most of my life. It traumatized me, and it cost me the life of my dear brother, Fernando. This is a tale about La Llorona, the weeping woman, a spirit that wanders for eternity, searching for her children that she drowned. This tragic event occurred near Venezuela many years ago. It was dark, and it was raining hard. Me and my brother were laying awake in our beds. We couldn't sleep because of the constant hail of the rain that was cascading onto our roof and windows. It was extremely hard to ignore. After a while, my brother said he heard something, and he sat up. I sat up too, just to see what was bothering him. That was when I heard it too, the soft cries of a woman. My brother wanted to go see what was going on. He wanted to help the woman, but I disagreed. I was smaller than my brother, and he was better at working in the fields than me. I was small, but usually that didn't slow me down. But something about the cries just didn't sound right. I didn't want to go, but my brother tossed me my pants and said, "Cabron, don't be a damn pussy. Come on, let's go check it out." I knew my brother would just pester me more, so I put on my pants and my shoes, and I grabbed my sweater, putting it on. I was ready. But then I saw my brother pull out a pistol. He put it in behind his pants and underneath his shirt. I was looking at him with a concerned stare, but he just asked me if I had a problem. I just looked away, and we quietly stepped outside. We walked along the field until we saw her, the source of the quiet sobbing. She wore a white gown, and she had beautiful long black hair. My brother walked up to her, and he asked her if something was wrong. I saw her wipe her tears, and she looked back. She was beyond beautiful. She smiled and wiped some more of her tears. Then she thanked him and answered in Spanish, "I'm fine, I'm fine. Can you sit here with me?" My brother nodded and sat down. There was no way he could turn down an invitation from a beautiful woman. He sat down, and I sat down on the other side of her. It was raining, and I knew she must be cold, so I took off my jacket and placed it on her shoulders. She kissed me on the cheek and rubbed my hair. I smiled, until I noticed how wet her skin was. She was soaked to the bone. It couldn't have been caused by the rain. I could easily tell. It seemed like she just took a dip in the lake, but that didn't seem possible. I was freezing just by sitting there. While I was thinking, she did something that I didn't expect. Her eyes rolled backwards into her skull, and she let out a deathly wail. Her face was no longer the face of a beautiful woman. It was the face of a demon. I ran to my brother, and he yelled at me to run to the house. He pulled out the gun and he tried to shoot her. He fired all of the bullets into her chest like a madman, but it didn't do anything. The woman disappeared and appeared 10 meters closer to my brother. Then she appeared right behind him. She grabbed his head and pushed her thumbs into his eyes. She mercilessly stuck her hand inside his chest and threw him. He cried and dropped the gun as he flew. I ran for the door and got inside. I locked it. Quietly, I whispered a prayer to God as I slipped down the door into a sitting position. I could hear my parents running down the stairs. They asked me what was going on, but I just ignored them. The police came, and my brother's body was never found. I swear, I still see the ghost of La Llorona to this day. All I can do is tell my children to never, ever go by the river at night, and to never answer the cries of La Llorona. Doing so will cost you your life, and most likely your soul.